You and you know what? What's happening is there's so many people with the bad taste in their mouth, kind of knocking AI as nothing special. How would you
Yeah.
respond to that, first of all? The AI is
Yes.
nothing special, that it's no big deal. It can't replace a human, or it can't even do what a human does.
Yes. First, hello, Neil, and thanks for the podcast. It's a very good question. I think there are two levels of answers. One is that this is the first time that humans have an intellectual competition. So sometimes psychologically, you want to dismiss that a simple computer, which is like almost like a mechanical program, can can be better than me at thinking. So sometimes it's that aspect, and sometimes the people are right. The AI is not yet as logic, as good with the context and the memory as a human. So he may forget, he may say something dumb, he may work very well for the first 10 messages, and then suddenly it will go out of context or out of subject. So it's a little bit of both. And my answer to that is that it's like any tool. You cannot expect the tool to be totally independent, because if that tool was really independent and it's a complete AI, the AI doesn't need you. So we will become obsolete. But there is a way that we use at Artila, and we call it guided use of AI, is that we as humans, we set the processes and we give to AI specific tasks that are narrow enough but large enough to get the results we want without the AI losing that focus. It's like a small child, you know. The AI cannot focus and switch between too many subjects. So that's what we do. Guided AI then answers this question that they actually can do an output in an expected way.
It makes sense because there are things that if you don't know how to prompt it, it's a waste. So
Yeah,
many people use AI the wrong way. They think they're just going to use it for their blogs, they're going to create it for social media, and they're really missing out on what really AI can provide for an entrepreneur or an average person because of the prompting, right? Or really thinking
yeah.
what it can do.
No, definitely, yeah. Prompting is definitely a big. I think it's the first skill that we need to learn when we start to use AI, and that's a very good skill. And I think even you, when you, not even you, I mean, especially you, when you do so many different prompts to ChatGPT, you notice that it will give you a much better result when you find the right way to speak to it with the prompt. So likewise, we are all gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge on how to communicate with this machine. But also, what needs to happen is a change, a mental change. How you say in English? In English, is
Mhm.
that we are taking our usual processes and we run them with AI, and we are dumbing down the AI because we kept the same processes, like we copy paste our processes that are physical and non-smart, and we ask the AI to be as stupid as our processes. And that takes a little bit of time to break and say, wait, I may need to think my processes and my business a completely different way, because now I have an instance of something that can think, that can recognize intent, and that can make a decision based on some indicators that I give it in the prompt. And that is where a lot of business people, they didn't get it yet. And like you said, they just create content, write me an article on this. That is the usual
And then
case.
they see it's crap and they stop doing it. How many people are you
Many
seeing
times,
that
yeah.
start AI and then quit it and say, I don't want to do it anymore? It's too frustrating. I don't
Yeah,
like
I
it.
think especially like in the last year, 2 years ago, a lot were quitting. But I think now more and more people uh, find some way to use it that it gives them some return on investment
All
or
right. So
return
when you
on.
talk about the prompt and the power of the prompt, what can you have AI do? Like, I think it can do anything. So just thinking
Yeah,
of a specific task, any task a human being, ask it questions. It can provide answers in anything. That's the biggest
yes,
thing.
that
And
yeah,
it can provide you guidance and can be the expert in anything, right?
that's right. So let's talk about just text interaction, generative text. AI is very good. You give it understands semantics, it understands what you want, it's research on the internet, it research on its database, and it answers you very nicely. So providing understanding the queries, providing information, it's very good. Where it's not so good yet is making tasks on your behalf. And you know, ChatGPT just released what they call the operator. We talked about it last week. So the operator is an attempt for the AI to not only understand what you want, but also act on your behalf. But we are at an early stage of that.
Okay. All right. So like, what do you mean act on my behalf? How's that?
So with the ChatGPT operator, you tell it, hey, I want to go to New York tomorrow. Find me the cheapest flight in the next 4 hours. And he will go log in, and it has your credit card and stuff, and then he will book the flight and tell you, Nail, your flight is done. Or you can tell it, book me 2 places at an Italian restaurant in
And
the
ChatGPT will do that. That's the one that's going to be able
yeah
to do that.
it's starting. So they have integrations with like a database of restaurants. So it requires some integration in the back end, but they're starting to roll it out and booking restaurants, booking flights, renting a car. I think they have few things that work quite well.
And that's where it's a hassle dealing with customer service and that with that and the AI. What other
Yeah.
things do you feel that AI can do for you that people aren't utilizing as entrepreneurs and average people?
Well, like you said, it's almost unlimited. Like if I just look at today, uh, I see an opportunity of business in the market, and I can ask right now ChatGPT, what could I do with this product? What is the maximum added value that I could get out of this plastic? Because we were working on a plastic project, and it does that research for me very quickly, and I can identify if this opportunity in life is worth it or not. So that instant access to almost a mini research is so valuable already in itself, right in our phone.
Here's a question for you. If you're a
Mhm,
really good prompter and then
mhm,
somebody else asks the same question and they've not had good prompts with the AI, especially
mhm.
ChatGPT, are you going to get a better answer, the one that's a better prompter? Even though you ask the same question later.
Yeah, that's a good question. So there is what they call the context. So the context is all the chat that you had with ChatGPT or any AI
Since you
um,
from the beginning.
since the beginning, but they have some limits. So sometimes they can't remember what we spoke about 2 months ago,
But it
but they may
does
remember
understand who you are and how you speak.
exactly. There are some. So they have this. You can ask ChatGPT and models to save long-term memory. So you can tell them, "Hey, my name is Nail. I want you to call me Nail now
Yeah,
forever."
I went and typed in what is the plan for Neil Haley, and it told me exactly what my plan was
Yeah.
from
So
A to
it can
Z.
remember.
So I
So
think that's going to mean that it's going to be more likely to answer the question for you better than another person if that person's not been prompting
oh
correctly.
yeah, they will. I mean, these AI models, as you chat with them after like 6 months, a year, they will know you intimately more than your partner. You know. So that's where it's
So
going.
that's why the same question asked by two different people are going to get a different answer.
Exactly, because that is your experience with that AI, and you feed the AI, and the AI learns on how you think and how you approve the answers. So it will behave in a specific way for you based on that
That's why I
validation
just
that you
treat it
give.
like it's R2D2 or C3PO.
Yes,
Or just basically you're talking to Bill Gates. You're
that's
talking
right.
to a genius.
And
Yeah,
you
they
know,
have
did you
no
know?
context at all, but they can answer such amazing questions and
That's
get
right.
the hell out of the socialization thing and focus your attention on just have getting the answers to anything.
Yeah, and let me give you a small tip that is very valuable, I think, is that a lot of us, we are not rewarding the AI when it gives us a good answer. When it gives you a good answer, push the thumb up. When it gives you a bad answer, always push the thumb down because unless you do that, it's going to keep guessing, and delay the adaptation for your use case. So just always give it yes, it was good, no, it was not good, and give a comment. You know,
What if I
and that
get mad at AI?
so mad means it's not good.
Yeah.
So it will save it. Yeah,
Yeah, I get angry and then it answers the question for me.
yeah.
When are we going to have that voice back and forth? I know they integrated it, but it's garbage so far. The
No, it
microphone
makes
from ChatGPT
no,
is not very good.
it works well on the phone. I think it works pretty well. No, I find it at the beginning, it was annoying because sometimes it says, I am not allowed to answer these kind of questions. And I was just asking for the weather. So, so now it's getting
So
better and
it
better.
works better, but it's not working well on the computer. Got it. Got it. And when are
Yeah,
we going to start
maybe
to
on the phone.
hear having a voice? And it's going to say, "Hey, how are you today, Neil? How can I
Yeah.
answer questions for you?" Is that coming soon?
No, it's already working well on the mobile. My experience on the mobile when I do
You
ChatGPT
you
voice.
you hear chat? There's a voice.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, if you have the premium, if you pay the $20
Yeah, I
plus,
do.
yeah. So it works very well on the phone. Just download the official app of ChatGPT, and then there is a button like WhatsApp where you press and you talk, and then it will
Yeah,
reply
I
you
can
back.
do that. But what about it talking back to me?
It's talking back to you very nicely. I tested in French, yeah. I tested in English, and then I was with my mom, and then I told my mom, "There's no way it knows the North African Moroccan dialect because it's not Arabic. It's like a broken Arabic North Berber language. It was speaking our dialect perfectly."
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
she
have
got
to
scared.
test that out this weekend. All right.
Yes,
The best place to go is artilla.com. Appreciate it,
yes,
Mohammed. Thanks again.
pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
That was a special simulcast Neil Haley Show.